Hello everyone! So today I'm going to be doing a massive review of Abakan because I took a trip there a couple of months back now and I've got an enormous fabric haul to show you. So if you don't know, Abakan are a massive branch of fabric shops and they sell throughout mainly the north of England, but they've just opened one in Shrewsbury, which is sort of towards the Midlands. That's the closest one to London, and that's the one that I visited. And they're famous for selling fabric out of, they're called remnant bins, but basically they are pre-cut pieces of fabric, so they're not on the roll. They do have fabrics on the roll, but I didn't look at any of those. I just went straight for the remnant bins. And it's not like it sounds, it's not a kind of jumble sale. It's very well organised, but the thing is with these bins is that you get a lot of variety in fabrics. You get a lot of different sorts of fabrics. So you can have a rummage and find something unusual or different, but because everything's priced by the kilogram, you don't necessarily know how much the fabric is going to cost you. So it's a bit of a bugbear that they don't have weighing scales around the shop floor for you to be able to pick up a piece of fabric, put it on the scales and say, okay, well I know this piece of fabric is about 2 meters, so that means the price per meter is X amount. That kind of bugs me, but I didn't worry about it too much because I was going as a sort of treat, and to be honest, it was one of the best experiences of my life. There was so much cool fabric there. The staff were really helpful. I specifically made a point of going in the week when the shop was quiet, and so it wouldn't be too busy. And yeah, the staff were super helpful, and I explained I'd come from London and they were really interested. Like, it was just brilliant. I did see a vlog by Rachel from Stitched Up who said that she'd gone to the head office, the biggest Abakan, which is at Mostyn in North Wales, and she said she felt overwhelmed by it, so she finished up not buying anything. And I have to say I can completely feel that. It feels like it could be a very overwhelming experience, and I think if I'd visited when it was busy or I'd been tired, I don't think I would have bought anything. But anyway, I did. So we're going to go through everything. I know it's a bit nerdy, but what I've done is I've gone back and looked at my receipts and I've worked out how much everything was, the price, how much it was per kilogram, how much I actually paid for it, and then I've calculated roughly the price per metre it would work out at, so you can make your own decisions whether or not you think that this fabric would have been worth the price per metre. So the first one I'm going to start off with is actually it's 2 pieces of fabric because they were both in the same category. They got weighed together. So this one is it's Little Betsy in fabric form. It's Black Cats and it's jersey, and I think it's loop back. Yeah, it's loop back jersey, and I got just over a metre, and I thought it would make a great little sweatshirt. And I just basically wanted to show my allegiance to the Black Cats of the world because they don't get enough love. So that one was about a metre, and then this one is in the same category and it's called Print Poly Wool Knit, and it's a knit, proper knit fabric, as in woolly type knit, and it's got these crazy sort of faux pleat type details on it, and it's blue, royal blue and yellow. And again, I thought it would make a nice little Freya type jumper, and I thought it was just really unusual. And so there was that's 1.1 meters. So for those 2 pieces I paid £8.61, and that works out, the fabric worked out about £4.10 a metre. The next one I bought is basically the reason that I went, because Abby from the Crafty Pinup had gone to this Abakan, which is near where she lives in Shrewsbury, and she'd done a little Instagram tour and posted on her Instagram, and I could see in the shop this fabric that I really wanted, and it was so lovely, and that was what sort of instigated me visiting Shrewsbury, because I really wanted this fabric. And so it's wool mix fabric, and it's for a coat, and it's this red and cream dog tooth, and it's very soft, and it's coating fabric. I don't know what else I can say about it. It's nice, I like it. Because look, I really love big dog tooth. I'm not so bothered about the smaller one. I like the big, bold, unsubtle one. And so this was £12.70 per kilogram, and I got 1.6 metres, and it worked out at £10.90 a metre, which I think is probably, I'd probably pay that for it in a shop, if it was quite what if it was exactly what I wanted, which this was. The next bit I got was called Jacquard Knit Print. It's another knit, and it's like yellow honeycomb. I can't quite work out which is the right side, because that's the other side. Those lines. Let me know if you think there's a right side and a wrong side. I don't know. So this was 1.3 metres, and it worked out at £2.27 a metre, so it was really cheap. So I think that 1.3 metres for £2 is pretty damn good, even if it does make your eyes go funny when you look at it. So I don't know, haven't decided what to make out of that yet. It'll be a little jersey top of some sort, but haven't decided what yet. The next ones I got are chambrays. And by the way, all my life I've said chambray, and I've heard people like say chambray, like the French way, but I don't know, I'm from Sheffield, and I didn't ever know you were supposed to say it like that. So chambray. So I got this, which I just think is gorgeous, and it's just a pale blue polka dot, and the other one is darker blue with anchors on, and that will probably be some dungarees of some sort. But I think when I went, my trip to Shrewsbury was in the summer, so I tended to, the fabrics that I've bought, some of them are quite summer type fabrics, and I think this will probably be a dress of some sort, just a light summer dress, but I really like that colour on me. Maybe not with my hair this colour, but I'm going to change my hair soon anyway. I'm fed up of it. So this chambray was £25.99 a metre, and I got 3.4 metres. It worked out at I'll say that again. It was £25.99 a kilo. I got 3.4 metres. It works out £6.19 a metre, which I think is decent value myself. I think that works out all right. The next piece I'm super pleased with. I think it's so nice. Sorry, I just dropped my bit of paper. And it's navy blue, really heavy, and gold lurex knit. It's not a ponte, it's just a poly knit, I guess. But it's a good weight, so it's weighty enough to make a day dress. You wouldn't have to use it on like a going out outfit, because I never go anywhere to wear a party dress. But I think that'd make a really lovely dress. I really like it. So this was £11.99 a kilo, and I got 2.3 metres. Oh, that's the other thing. So basically, you don't have to buy the whole piece. If you see a big piece, and you don't want the whole thing, you can ask them to cut it down for you, so long as you leave them a minimum of a metre. Because I bought so much, I really did not want to be asking them to cut 20 pieces of fabric, because I would have been there all day, and it was a bit embarrassing to be like taking up that much of the staff's time, like I felt. So I tended to just buy the piece as it was, but some of them I did get them to cut it down, and I just had them cut it to 1 metre or 1.5 metres or whatever. So yeah, you don't have to buy the whole piece, but in this case I did buy the whole piece because I loved it. So it's, yeah, £2, 2.3 metres I got. It works out £2.57 a metre. What am I talking about? It works out £6.57 a metre, which I would definitely pay for this because it's lovely. And one of the things I really like about going to Abakan is you get stuff that I've not really seen anywhere else. I mean, I guess that they're dealing in like roll ends or discontinued stock or whatever you call it when the high streets bought made fabric and then you know, discontinued it for that season, so they don't need what's left of their fabric stock, and so it gets sold on cheap. I'm guessing that's what their kind of business model is. I don't know, but yeah, it seems to me like a lot of stuff I see in Abakan is not. I haven't seen it online in any of my fabric shopping missions as I trawl the internet. So the next ones I bought were out of the t-shirting fabrics bin. T-shirt print, it's £33 and 9p a kilo. So it sounds really, really expensive, but obviously they calculate this stuff according to how weighty the fabric itself is. So you're obviously going to get far, far more stuff like silks or lining fabric or taffeta or whatever, that's something that's light, or chiffon. You're going to get loads more per kilo, but I guess that they push the price up to compensate. So the pieces of t-shirt fabric I got, this one's my favourite, I think. It's big polka dots and little polka dots, and the base is, it's like a very, very pale apricot colour. It's a bit deeper than ivory, but I really like it because I just think it's quite unusual. I think this will be a dress of some sort. I've just bought a load of new dress patterns, and I don't know if any of you saw on Instagram a while ago, Heidi Klum had, I was watching Project Runway, and Heidi Klum was wearing this really nice dress that had a high neck, and then it had gathers from the neck, raglan sleeves, and then it was quite loose. It was like a viscose sort of fabric, or like chiffon type, fairly sheer fabric, and it came down and sat loose and finished with a gathered skirt, and it was really, really gorgeous. And I was asking online, does anyone know where I can get a similar pattern to this? And I got quite a few suggestions, and so some of the patterns that I've got, I'll post pictures of them here, are going to be suitable. And I've got quite a few drapey jerseys, because I probably won't make it up in a sheer fabric, because for me, although I absolutely love the style on Heidi, I won't get enough wear out of it because it's more of an evening type fabric. So I think that the style will work really well with some drapey jerseys, and this jersey is nice and drapey. I've got it, there's loads of layers there so you can't really see. That's it singly. So it's a very nice drape on it, and I think that would work well for it. So I might do one of those patterns there. This fabric is another t-shirt fabric, and I just bought it because I really like the stripes. It's like a cherry red and black and white. I think it's black rather than navy. Cherry red, black and white, and that will be something like probably an Agnes top. This is a cotton jersey, and this will be something like a Monetta type dress in the summer. This might be another contender for the Heidi Klum inspired dress that I was just on about, because this drape on it is absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of quite slinky and silky. I'm trying to think about how would that look. Nice, I think. Nice. Although I don't know if I've got enough for a dress. I think I've only got about 1.2 meters of that. You can see it's actually got, I'm not sure if it's even a fault, but that is down the, that happens every metre. So I don't know if it was marked out specifically for something. so that's going to affect how I cut it, isn't it? But I might make the top version, I might make the blouse version of that in this because I really like it. So one more of my t-shirting. So the other t-shirting I've got is, I've gone off this really since I bought it, but at the time I thought I'd probably make like a 70s style sort of flowing like beachy type cover-up dress because it was so hot during the summer. It's like a poly jersey. I do like the print on it and I like the colours because it's got that 70s vibe, but it's still quite pink and bright. So my t-shirt prints, all in all, I got 7.7 metres and they worked out at £4.30 a metre. And again, I think that's decent value, £4.30 a metre. You probably like, this is what I worked out when I was calculating all the amounts, is it's not bargain basement price, but it's what I would call everyday good value. It's not like going to the £1 and £2 shops at Walthamstow where I go sometimes, where you know you're getting fabric for £1 or £2 a metre, and that is super bargainous. So Abakan is not, it's not like a jumble sale where you're getting utter steals, but I think it works out pretty good. And, oh, before I forget, what I'm wearing today is something new. I finished them last week, and they are the Willow Dungarees by Pipe Dream Patterns, and I made the peg leg version, and I'll post a picture because you won't be able to see if I stand up. You can either do them in like a chino leg version or a very wide leg version. Me and my friend Tamlin, who is on Instagram as Sewn on the Tyne, we decided to sew them together, so a bit of a sew along thing. And I do this sometimes with some of my sewing friends, and it's quite a fun way to make something, but like to motivate each other to make something and to finish something, because you kind of you're checking in with people, how's it going, and if you come across a problem during the construction process, you can ask them for advice. Have they done it yet? So me and Tamlin both made dungies, and I made them out of this turquoise corduroy, which was from Fabricland, £4.44 a metre I think, and Tamlin made hers in lilac jumbo cord, so we both made jumbo cord ones, and hers are really gorgeous, and if you have a look on her Instagram you'll be able to see them. I made another pair as well, which are also on my Instagram, and I made them out of sort of cutting up various pieces of fabric and piecing them together, so they finished up quite cool. They're just incredibly 90s, they just look such a throwback, but I'll talk about them on one of my next sew and tell videos. So anyway, going back to the fabric, so these ones come under the category of dress print, and what they are is kind of like cotton fabrics that you would use to make summer dresses, like it sounds. They've all got elastane, which is nice because they've got that kind of comfort, that bit of stretch. So I got three. The first one is this lovely quite 60s floral, and they had this in black as well, but I really like the white version. I think it's quite mod, isn't it? So I got, I can't remember, a couple of meters of that, 1.5 meters or something. This one I bought because it's so 70s, but it's kind of got that like folk vibe, hasn't it? I'm not sure if it's directional. No, I don't think it is. And then this final one, the woman was cutting and pricing me all the fabrics, and I was getting to the point that I'd bought so much, I was like, okay, I'm going to leave it now, I'm not going to buy anything else. But then she basically said, oh, it looks like licorice all sorts, doesn't it? And I'm such an idiot, because I immediately thought, oh yeah, I've got to have a licorice all sort dress, because we all need that in our wardrobes, don't we? So I bought the licorice all sort fabric. So yeah, it's got like rust coloured or orange coloured circles, and then pink circles. So between the three of those, I bought 5.5 meters of dress fabric, and it was $24.91 it was $19.99 a kilo, and So it worked out, for the amount that I bought, it worked out about £4.53 a kilo. These prices are all pretty rough because when I just measured them just now to work it all out, I measured them by my arm length, which my arm to my shoulder is a metre, so they're all kind of approximations, and I wouldn't like put money on my maths, but they're fairly accurate representations. Right, we've only got a couple more. This one is a fancy wool knit. It was £11.99 a kilo. I got a piece that's 1.3 metres. Can you see those colours and twinkles? Twinkle, twinkle. And it works out £5.50 a metre. And I basically bought it to make a cardigan out of. Actually, look, holding it up, it looks like it might make a nice jumper. But I don't know if it's would possibly be itchy. No, it feels all right. Yeah, it's got that like boucle look to it, hasn't it? Anyway, oh, it's got tiny little, I didn't realise that. It's got tiny little sequins in as well. I don't think you can make them out on camera, but you can see the twinkliness of it. Yeah, so I put it in the wash. I wasn't sure if you should wash it because of it being wool and everything, and then I thought, there's no way that I'm having a cream jumper or cardigan or a cream anything in my life and not being able to wash it. It's just not happening. If you've got an idea for a nice pattern for this, then do let me know, please. Right, so we're on to the final bit of fabric that I'm saved because I absolutely love it. I think it was a real bargain. So this was a massive piece of, it's called Melange Knit, and it's fleece backed, and it's a gorgeous purple colour with that melange in it. That's the fleecy back. It's the softest thing in the world. In fact, I'm surprised Betsy hasn't been on it, by the way. Hello, Betsy. She sleeps. She sleeps softly in the chair behind, well, she's right in front of me, but she's behind the camera. So yeah, I bought this. It was a big piece. I buy these things not knowing what I'm going to do with them, so I probably have finished up with too much of this. Because when I came to pay for it, what I didn't realise was that I bought 2 meters of it, but it's extra wide. I think it's actually 2 meters wide, because I've held it up and it's way taller than me. It's taller than I can reach, and I'm 160 centimeters. So I think it's over 2 meters wide, and so it worked out at £5.7 a metre, but you've then got to factor in that it's super wide, so if it had been like 60 inches wide, it would work out proportionately at about, I don't know, £4 a metre. So I think it was like a massive bargain. And this is going to be like a sweatshirt dress. I don't have that South Bank pattern that a lot of people have been making recently, but I've got plenty of patterns that I think could be adapted to something similar. So that's what that will be. So that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my Abakan haul. Post in the comments if you've been to Abakan, if you like it, if you think that I got bargains or was I ripped off. Tell me what you think about the whole system of the weighing for fabrics and things. And do you know what I would love is I would love to organise like a sewist day trip to the big Abakan at Mostyn, because they take coach trips. They've actually got a coach park where you can take loads of people and have a day there, and can you imagine? So yeah, if you want to do that, then post below and maybe one day I will make it a reality. Alright, so that's all for today. I shall see you soon. Bye!